Making the headlines this week. Miriam Makeba dies at 76. Samro gets serious with Needle Time rights, and celebrations for the first ever MTV Africa Music Awards with Zayn hit Josie this week. South Africa is still mourning the death of Mama Africa, who tragically died of a heart attack after a performance in Italy on Sunday, the 9th of November 2008. Miriam Zenzi Makeba was born in Johannesburg in 1932. She began her singing career in the 1950s with the Cuban Brothers, but established herself with the jazz group the Manhattan Brothers. A few years later, she left the Manhattan Brothers to form the all-female group called the Skylarks. She briefly reunited with the Manhattan Brothers when she took the lead female role in the hit musical King Kong, which told the story of black African boxer Ezekiel King Kong Dlamini. After starring in the anti-apartheid movie Come Back Africa, Makeba found herself in trouble with the then South African apartheid government and was forced to go into exile in London, where she released her most famous hits, Pata Pata, The Click Song, and Malaika. In 1966, Mama Africa became the first South African to win the Grammy Award for Best Folk Recording. In 1969, she married civil rights activist and Black Panthers leader Stokely Carmichael and later moved to Guinea. While in Guinea, she continued with her singing career and toured many countries, becoming an iconic figure in the world. Makeba separated from Carmichael in 1973, but still continued performing mainly in Africa, South America and Europe. The much-loved and celebrated female vocalist lived in exile for 3 decades and only returned to South Africa in 1990 after the Honourable South African former President Nelson Mandela was released from prison. Certainly, Miriam Mama Africa Makeba was a profound giant of the music industry, one of the most accomplished and talented to ever come out of South Africa. Her music and legendary spirit will sorely be missed, but will always be remembered. Let her music play on so that her soul may rest in peace. In other news, Samro gets serious with Needle Time rights. In a move welcomed by the music industry, the South African Music Rights Organization, otherwise known as SAMRO, which protects the intellectual property of composers and authors, has set up a Needle Time rights monitoring body. Bafanani Lishiva, general manager of Needle Time, said the body will collect royalties for musicians for the public performance of recorded performances. Broadcasters and others who play recorded music in public will pay royalties. Last but not least, preparation for the first ever MTV Africa Music Awards with Zayn get hotter. The prestigious event, scheduled for 29 November in Abuja, has drawn a lot of international support. With less than a month to go, MTV is kickstarting celebrations with the Road to Mama, an out-of-this-world all-star concert tour visiting the DRC, South Africa, Kenya and Nigeria in the run-up to the awards. Best hip-hop nominee and US rap legend The Game will visit South Africa for an exhilarating performance at the Standard Bank Arena on the 13th of November, supported by Mzansi's own Double HP, Josie, the Parlotones and Cassette. That's a roundup of our main stories on MIO this week. If you'd like to read much more articles about the South African music industry, don't hesitate to go to www.mio.co.za. That's www.mio.co.za.